Well, hello, dear ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kill Team fans around the world. It is I, Greg. Let me just take a sip of protein shake. How is everybody doing? Is the sound okay? And of course, the mic was muted. Oh my god. Music, what you're hearing now is the wonderful Legio Symphonica. Thank you very much for letting me use your music, good sir. What you're hearing is the What Awaits soundtrack from the Dark Angel Warhammer fan animation that is from Gabriel Christiane. How you doing, peeps? I'm actually kind of tired. So, today's video is going to be a short batch up because I decided to do it so long as I remember things. As you can see here, we had a game today with my good friend, I would say. I hope he lets me call him his good friend, Peter. And we were doing the Bad Moon Cafe packet mission number 3, which is Dual Wits. And I decided to run my beautifully painted Sisters Novitiate team, which is my chosen team for 2022. This is what I have decided to go with. I am going to be having one of the last games of this quarter year. Family is coming back on the 6th, so I am absolutely happy about that. Cannot wait to have them back. It would be awesome. So from that day on, most probably I will be just going to the bi-monthly tournaments if my wife so lets me. It's totally up to her and the family, of course. It's fine. Let's see if someone is in the chat. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. Hey, it's brother Dr. Calcool and Dexterello. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the chat. So let's get back to discussing what was going on here. So, we were playing Duel of Wits, which is this mission here. Preset terrain. Gotta tell you guys, this is a very, very good packet. So, hats off to whoever made it, probably Glass, although he banned me from everywhere. Beernit and guys at... I don't know. I gotta read the credits. Anyway, this is the London packet of the Bad Moon Cafe. 4 missions. I think we are going to adapt this, christen it to the Long War, and we're gonna play this, I don't know when. So it's just the long, unofficial tournament, and then after that we will have some 3D printed Serval Skull as the first place. I don't know. So, this was the map. What we were playing with, and the list. The list, I can tell you, is voila. This is what I've been running. So here, a Sister Penitent with Eviscerator, the Exactor with the Whip. She is going to be whipping her because of the +2 movement, not just the +1 to AP. the Pronatus with the golden chalice, she is going to be farming fate points in this game. The medic, which is the Hospitaler, the Condemnor, who is always an MVP, Sister Superior with her plasma pistol and power weapon, the Dialogus, the Reliquiare, and the Perceptor, and the Duelist. So we are going with 10 sisters. Unfortunately, I do not have Moneystorm Flamers because of a Gulag Workshop giving us too few models to put together. The painting has been done by Levi Ivanka, who is the former Hungarian captain of the national Warhammer team, and you can find him over at the Grim Hussars channel. Awesome work. I salute you, good sir. You have done a stellar job. Thank you very much. Also, another quick word from our sponsor. Which one should... Oh yes. Dining Table Battlefields. You can check him out on Facebook. He is giving me free stuff to review. And now that he has basically adjusted the terrain size to actual KillTeam size, which means levels are now 3 inches apart, standard 3 inches apart, everything has become more cheap. So cheaper. So visit Dining Table Battlefields on Facebook and get yourself some cheap 3D printed terrain. They are awesome. So back to the game. Of course, I was defender. So my opponent brought 3 Chaos Space Marines, a champion with Power Fist and Plasma Pistol, a Plasma Gunner, and a Icon Bearer with Bolter, and I think he had Belt Feed and something on him, which gives it Ceaseless. And malicious rounds? Or malefic rounds? I'm not sure. Anyway, didn't really matter. We also had a Sacrificial Dagger on the champion and Dark Blessing. Spoiler, he didn't really use it. And as you can see, here are my beautiful sister novitiates. They are absolutely fantastic. So let me give you a quick rundown of what was going on. Actually, let me just flip this. This was the place where we started playing, so I was the first. And as you can see, let me just draw for you guys. So this is the place, this was the place here where I deployed. So here on the picture, you could see here was the conga line where the girls deployed, and the other picture here going back. So let me just have a look at like what else, what colors do we have? Ah, here we go. So the girls were here. Do we have a brighter color? Maybe green? Oh, okay, whatever. So this was the place where the eraser is not working. Oh my god, I am going to just erasing. Here we go. And what is this? Ballpoint pen. Oh, good. Awesome. Good. So I'm just gonna use the ballpoint pen. Do we have color as well? Awesome. So as you can see, here was the place where I set up my sisters. There was a barricade here, and the second barricade was put up here. So this is where the girls were deploying, and the Chaos Space Marines with the 8 cultists were deployed. So the cultists were here. There were 4 of them around here. there was the Chaos Champion, the Icon Bearer, and the Plasma Gunner. There were also, I believe, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There has to be, I think there was a 4th one here, and he infiltrated him himself with the last one here, because his tech ops was recon, and he was the first player. So he did his he did his triangulate on this side first from the first move, which was an absolutely stellar move, because this was his kill zone edge. So this side was not eligible for triangulation. So he just came out here with the first figurine. The second one, because it was GA2, of course, and he triangulated this side as well, giving him an easy first VP. Well, after that, we all did some movements. I basically farmed fate points as well. And then I noticed something, because my Condemner, which is basically my sniper unit, noticed that here there was... Oh, sorry, because, you know, I'm kind of a retard. Here we had perfect line of sight onto the Plasma Gunner, which meant that as long as I could keep my opponent's awareness away from the fact that I can climb up here and snipe him, it was all good. So the Dialogus gave +1 APL to this young lady here, the Condemner, who after which climbed up, dashed, and then sniped. If I could just draw, but you know, I cannot because I'm missing a mouse. Basically had line of sight onto the Plasma Gunner. And I had a icon of faith on her, which means I can perform an act of faith for free, which means that I rolled a crit, 2 hits and a miss. I tried to re-roll the miss because she had auto chastiser on her. That didn't work. I rolled a 1, suffered a mortal wound, unfortunately, and I just like auto converted a normal hit to a crit again. So 2 crits, 1 hit, which meant 4 mortal wounds onto the Space Marine here. And also he took a normal and a crit on top of that, because the weapon becomes AP1, and the sister can use this weapon in concealment because it has the silent rule. After that, the Space Marine was left with 3 wounds on 1 shot. So things were pretty surprising for my opponent, because he was not expecting this much HP loss from a single activation. After which, the cultists were like going here, and going here, because of the point. And of course, we selected priority objective here and here. Turn 1 priority objective, we couldn't make it. So it's basically, it's not that big of a deal when you think about it. So yeah. After that, so the girls here scramble over, which is a action. So scramble over, which means that you can just move freely across this scrap pile and land within 1 inch of it. And it was good because everybody was in conceal except for the sister superior. They remained in conceal. So that was good. And also, the Reliquiare landed here as well. All the other cultists came here and just basically hid behind this light terrain. And the Sister Superior moved a little bit forward and just plasma sniped this dude to oblivion. So this dude is not there anymore. And let me just get the pen back. This is just, you know, just some unorganized rambling. So 3 chaos dudes, cultists, were here. And, oh, let me just get the barracks back, the barricade. The penitent ran up here. The exactor with the whip came here. The medic was left here because the Sister Superior came here and she was shot by the plasma gunner. So I took about 12 wounds. So the medic who was standing here right beside her saved her. So that brought her down to 1 wound and behind basically heavy terrain. So we had a sister here, the Pronatus, the medic, sister penitent, the exactor, the duelist, the reliquiare, the preceptor was also here. And we have here the condemner who was basically dead after her activation. The Chaos Champion opted to go here and advance onto the light cover because there was a barricade here. So the Chaos Champion dashed there in engage order, and this is where basically the game changed. Turn 2. This is turn 1 still. The Chaos Cultists just went here, as mentioned before, here, and here. So this is how turn 1 ended. The dude lost 1 Chaos Cultist. I lost my Condemner, which I was pretty sad about. Turn 2. The Heretic Astartes got the initiative, and I chose Glory to the Martyrs, which means that if I die on an objective marker, I get points. I chose Reconsecrate Grounds, which is also a sister tactic, and I chose this objective marker as my Reconsecrate Ground, and I chose Protect Assets, which means I gotta get rid of people from objective markers, and then I get points. He chose Overrun, which means be everywhere on the board, on the 4 quarters. He chose Vantage, which means you have to ping Vantage points here to get VPs. You have to climb up onto Vantage points and perform the Vantage action. And then his third one was... what was his third one? Vantage? Oh, and Triangulate. So basically he got first point Triangulate in turn 1, thanks to his brilliant deployment. Because this Chaos Cultist just went here and stayed there. So yeah, he was here. He was beginning turn 2 here. Oh, the heavy stubber guy. I'm sorry, I'm confusing things. the heavy stubber guy went here. This dude went here, and this dude went here and met up with the dude who was infiltrated. So, turn 2, which brought an absolutely hilarious turn of events. I immediately said, okay, Eyes of the Emperor, sorry, which means all my pistols, including plasma pistols, have no range limit now. So everybody has auto pistol and plasma pistol. Nothing more. These dudes have bolters, auto guns, and so on. And of course, heavy stubbers. So what I did is I said, okay, I will play Eyes of the Emperor and Defenders of the Faith. Which means that no matter what happens, where there is sister on a objective marker, I can shoot first. It doesn't matter who has initiative. So this sister here, the sister superior, is wounded and is on 1 wound. So, and -1 AP, of course, because she was saved. Which means that I now, with -1, I tried to heal myself up with fate points, the Blessed Rejuvenation, with 2d3, didn't really happen. So I didn't get up to 4. No, sorry, it was 1d3, because I only needed a 3 to get on 50% health to not be injured anymore. But I said, fuck it! We are going live, plus I read the rules, and this Blessed Rejuvenation can only be activated, only be used when your miniature activates. And she just performed a free action out of activation. So basically I said, okay, I'm not going to spend anything, although I think I did. So I just shot the Chaos Champion with my Defenders of the Faith ploy. And I said, I don't care. We are going to overload the plasma. And we got 3 hits. 3 hits and 1 miss. And it was a crit. And since the auto chastiser was on her, I didn't want to get a mortal wound, because if the auto chastiser rerolls the 1 into a 1, you get a mortal wound. But well, yeah, I couldn't die anyway because of the Blessed Rejuvenation. So I said, yeah, auto chastise that bitch, and it turned into a hit. And I used the second Act of Fate to get a second crit, which means that I got 4 hits, 2 crits, and the dude basically had 1 armor save, and he auto-saved 1 because of the retain, but 2 crits, 1 hit, that's 17 wounds, he has 13. So basically, the Chaos Champion was erased. Which was kind of a feel bad, because he spent CP to fight twice and shoot twice. So he dumped 2 CPs into basically nothing, because he wanted to use the Chaos Champion to charge here and kill this sister, and then kill another sister, and probably then kill something else as well. Charge these 2, fight twice, and then from Overwatch or something else kill this. So I was like, he was doing this, and I was like, should I tell him? Should I? Never mind. So he dumped significant amount of resources into basically nothing. So after that, he took the Chaos Cultist and went here, did the 3rd Vantage, which gave him the 2nd VP. Actually, he came here within 3 inches. Man, I gotta get used to these drawing tools, man. So he came here and stuck here. He was in 3 inches and he did the damage. Gave him the second, triangulate. Gave him the second triangulate action. Also, I think this was before that, he dashed here with the flamer one and basically flamered these girls here. Which meant that the duelist died, and these two, this girl remained on 3 health and this 2 health. Which I was not entirely happy about, because I couldn't flip my Glory to the Martyrs tactic. After this, the Penitent, who was equipped with a Icon of Faith and a Crack Grenade, received in turn 1 after the Executor came here. The Executor whipped her ass, which means that she got +2 to the movement and +1 AP. So she was going with 3 AP this turn. So what I did with her is dash through the barricade, because that doesn't hinder your movement, and then ran up all the way here. And then I crack grenaded the Plasma Gunner. Which means that he had 3 health left. Well, with Active Fates and everything, you can guess what happened. So the second big threat has basically vanished. This was, again, something which was not that good for my opponent. What did I do next? Oh yes, I basically pinged the objective marker with the Pronatus for 3 fate points. And then I came here with the whatchamacallit, the Perceptor, to get the primary objective marker, which means 1 VP and 1 CP, because the primary objective marker is a special objective. So this was nominated and this was nominated, which means that you not only get a VP, you get also a CP for that. So the Perceptor went here. Then the Heavy Stubber Cultist came here. Whoops! The Heavy Stubber Cultist came here and basically annihilated the Perceptor off of the objective marker. Which is good for me, because now I got to activate my Glory to the Martyrs Tech Ops card. Now I can get points for dying on objectives. The Executor, the Whipping Lady, went here and then dashed here. 2 inches within the objective. This is my Reconsecrate Ground, so my special Tech Ops objective marker, which I have to keep in order to get points. So if he kills me right now here, I get a point. If he doesn't kill me here, I get a point. This is what I love about Sisters. So this young lady here is now on 2 health points. I came out from here with the Sister Superior and basically shot this dude here with the flamer with the plasma pistol. And flamer cultists go bye-bye. And I healed up my sister superior basically back to 6 health. I mean, she was kind of pathetic because the blessed rejuvenations only gave back 1 health each time I used it, so I was like, really? Anyway, what else? Oh yes, the Chaos Cultists on this flank went here. Oh, sorry. The Chaos player, Peter, nominated this objective marker as the primary objective. So he came down there, claimed the objective marker, and his cultist was there, and this cultist climbed up onto the vantage point and remained in conceal just to be ready for that turn 3 vantage. This cultist here also climbed up to the oil rig, also getting ready to do the vantage. That was turn 2. Where was the... Oh, yes. And here was the second barricade. Here was the second barricade. Okay. Turn 3. Oh, yes. And this... Sorry. Turn 2. This cultist came here. And the Reliquiare came up here and used her relic, which means that the cultist's total APL of 2 counted as 1. So with her 2 health points, the Reliquiare basically dominated this objective marker because she has 2 APL, the cultist has 2 APL, but thanks to the special ability of the relic, the cultist counts as 1 APL. So I dominated this objective marker. So at this point, I believe I am up about, let's see, 1 VP, 2 VPs, that's 3. I got the remove dudes from objective, that's 2. I mean, that's 4. I'm around 5 or 6 victory points on turn 2. He has about 3 at this point. So let's have a look at the chat. Quick break. It's Nathan X 2000 with the 9 pound super chat. Thank you very much, man. Have money, KTH. Glad to see another stream. Thank you very much, friend. For this money, you get to name one of the sisters. So please put your noggin to work and name a sister, whichever would you like, and I will pin it. Just pick a sister name, okay? Because these figurines are very nicely painted, and I want them to look want to have them nice names, you know, something nice. And again, thank you very much for the support. Yeah, turn 3, I believe I got the initiative, and I have about 2 CPs at this point, and the icon bearer is still here. Here's the heavy stubber guy and the cultists. So the first, and these are engaged. I'm sorry. So I think I went here first, and the cultist just charged me, and that's fine. But he didn't hit me because he didn't want to die, maybe, or what happened there? No. I just went here and contested it, but then I won it. We didn't fight, so that was good. Sister Freya. Oh my god, and you didn't have to donate again, man. I said you can already name a sister for the... okay. Which one would you like to have named Sister Freya? You can just ping me on Discord and we can discuss it, and just pick a model and I will paint it. Very good name, by the way. Very, very good name. Thank you very much. So, turn 3, I believe. What was my first move here? I believe my first move with the Exoctor was to... Of course, the primary objectives were nominated. The Exoctor took the objective. And I think she passed. Somewhere here. Second move was the Chaos Marine with the icon came here and shot at the Exactor because this Chaos Cultist already shot at her and he chipped away 2 wounds. So this sister, if I'm not mistaken, basically, I think she died off of the I think she died off the objective. If that happened. No, I mixed it up. I totally mixed it up. The comm spec were here, the Dialogus. The Dialogus died. The Perceptor was here. The Perceptor died due to the bolter rounds, and that gave me a CP. After that, let me just get this out of the way. The Penitent charged the Chaos Marine and the Heavy Stubber Cultist, and with Zealous Rage, she rerolls everything on the first strike, and the Eviscerator has 5/6 Brutal and Reap too. So I used my Act of Faith of getting a second crit. I did 4 mortal wounds onto the Cultist without even touching him. And I left the Chaos Marine on 1 wound. As we moved back and forth, he also hit me a couple of times. But the sister, Penitent, was also left on 1 wound. And now the predicament was that if he hits me back, that I die, and then I use the 1 CP tactic, which means that my sister blows up. Everybody in a 2-inch radius gets a mortal wound, and I get D3 fate points. And my opponent's face was like, really now? So, to avoid getting this Marine totally obliterated, he fell back to this position, leaving close combat, and he shot at, I think, the Exactor here. Which didn't do much. Because the dude was wounded and he threw 4 threes, which means BS -1. He needs force to hit 4 threes, so all missed. And I said, the Emperor truly protects. Then I moved up here with my Sister Superior, and I basically shot this dude into oblivion with the plasma. And I didn't really even care to overcharge because one wound. What the hell? So, what was next? Ah, yes. The cultist here climbed up onto the vantage point. And this dude here was, I think... What was this happening here? Probably he just... Ó, Barnabás Sipos, szép jó estét! Neked is. Remélem minden okés veled. So, I believe at some point, this dude charged... Yes, charged the reliquary, but he didn't really hit him. I'm not sure what has happened. I should have done this video an hour ago, because then I might have remembered things better. But not quite sure. They are in close combat. That's for sure. This dude shot at my sister superior, which didn't do too much. Lost, I believe, 2 wounds. So now she was on 4 health. After that, I believe the superior... Oh yeah, the penitent died from close combat. She exploded, got me fate points, and dropped down the cultist to 3 wounds. And then, I think the heavy stubbers started firing at the sister superior, which basically, probably, I would say did nothing, because the sister superior did not die. After that, oh yes, I remember now. Scratch that. The reliquary came here and did her thing with the cup. And the medic is also here. The heavy stubber, so the Marine basically shot this as well, and the heavy stubber shot the Perceptor. The Marine wounded the reliquary, and the heavy stubber shot her again, and this is how she died. So the reliquary died. Then came the sister superior, shot the heavy stubber guy, so she disappeared. And the music stopped. Let me just get back on track. OBS. Yes. And after that, the medic moved up onto the corner and to babysit the sister superior. And I think that was what has been happening. And I think on turn 2, this was already there. And then there was a charge over from the sister superior here. And then she killed this cultist, which then activated the reliquary. The reliquary, I think? And since this was the primary objective, she immediately went there and tapped the objective marker, which also gave me a CP and a VP. And then, of course, my opponent did the Vantage, so he got points from this. He also stuck around with the cultist and did with this objective marker as well, so we were just tapping the primary objective markers like crazy. And then at this point, we were at turn 4, and turn 4, the Chaos had the initiative, which means that this dude dropped, came here, and basically killed my sister superior. And at this point, I was like maxed already with my TAC Ops points, so no more points could have been extracted from the game. And then we just fast forwarded onto the conclusion, and we decided not to play it out until the last activation, because at this point I was leading 14-7. So basically the end of the game was... Oh shit. No. Let me just erase everything. So Sisters basically won 14-7 against the Chaos Cultists. So I have to say that the Sister Novitiates are a very, very good kill team. 10 models, there are a lot of gotcha moments, but I mean, we played one game because all the time was spent with me introducing my new faction. There are a lot of rules. Again, against single elite targets like Marines, the Penitent with the Crack Grenade and Icon of Faith is absolutely awesome. The Condemner with the continuous mortal wounds and guaranteed mortal wounds and AP1 because of the Icon of Faith, and the auto critical hit thanks to the free act of faith she can do once per game is also... You can one-shot a Space Marine with a 2/3 weapon. And she is in conceal all the time, so her weapon is silent. Plus, let me just get a mixed thing. Oh, and here are the casualties. So this is the end game casualties. The Chaos player lost 3 Marines by turn 3, turn 3, and 4 cultists. So it means he had 4 cultists on the board, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 sisters on the board. Yeah. I would say it's even. So who's on board? The medic was on board, and Pronatus is here. Perceptor is here. Oh, the Pronatus was also here. Well, my bad. So the Pronatus survived. Yes, the Exactor, sorry. Gotta learn these pseudo-Latin names. The Exactor was killed instead of the Pronatus with the Chalice. So, I mean, 7 wounds, yes, but if they charge first, they can hit pretty bad. And if they die, they explode. So, if it's still like, you can only just hit for, like, 12 wounds with the Penitent. So I mean, like, she hits, then you hit back because she's brutal. The weapon is brutal. You can only parry with crits. So if you do parry with a crit, the second one is going to be a 5, which is 11, and usually Space Marines have 12 health. So if you kill her with the second hit, she will blow up and take you with her. Plus, I get the 3 fate points. So this is a very, very, very good team, I would say. And I am looking forward to the upcoming match, which is going to be against Custodes. So the sisters are going up against the Custodes. I don't know if they're going to be pure Custodes or Talons. We will see. And there's probably a mirror match as well, because tomorrow's opponent is going to take Novitiates as well. So that is going to be probably my last game in this quarter year. Everything depends on how much free time I'm going to get. There is going to be a competition. Well, if there's going to be a competition in March. My good friend Levi from the Grim Hussars is organizing it, so hopefully my wife will let me go. Please, 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 please. And we can play. Other than that, this was it. So thank you for listening to this much rambling, this amateur show and tell of what has happened in today's game. I think this team is awesome. The team looks absolutely gorgeous. Levi did an outstanding job. This was the last moments of the game. So basically, the Reliquiare secured this point. The Pronatus secured this point. Here's the Reconsecrate Ground icon. And hold on a second. Oh yeah, yes, okay, good. And the medic was hiding here. And yeah, basically that was it. One cultist here, one cultist here, one cultist here, and one cultist here. So yeah, 3 sisters against 3 cultists. I could have got this easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, because she healed up, and these 2 are on full health, and this just missing 2. I can always like Blessed Rejuvenation and get my D3 health points back. So thank you very much for watching this. Thank you, Nathan, for the very generous donations. Man, you are awesome. And by the way, Nathan is helping me design the icon for my 3rd channel, which is going to be a meme channel. So if you want to laugh in your spare time, that channel is going to be the place for you to visit. Also, while we are here, please go to my 2nd channel, which is called The Late Night Detective. If you are into old school 30s, 40s radio detective stories, then I have a treat for you. I am currently uploading multiple 11-hour broadcasts of the 1931, I believe, or 1930 early mid 1930s The Shadow radio dramas and detective stories, which were broadcast back in the day. We are at episode 15 now. I've only managed to not upload 1 episode out of the 15, 16 if you will, because of the, well, let's just say antique radio quality. No amount of filters could have saved that episode. I could not understand a word, but these are pretty good radio quality, and I have specially denoised every single episode. So I have another like 6 hours to edit for you guys. So another 15 episodes will be uploaded. Usually I upload 1 episode a day. The channel is The Late Night Detective. As you can see, I already have 35 subscribers, so please get me until 50 at least, so I can put out community posts as well. And yeah, just put it on your playlist and have a go at it. These are quality radio dramas. Also, we are going to examine some Orson Welles stuff as well when we get to it. But first, mainly, I am going to be uploading episodes of The Shadow. The Late Night Detective is also on Buy Me a Coffee as well. If you are into that shit, you can always support me here on the buymeacoffee.com/Shadow Detective, because Late Night Detective was too long for this website. So buymeacoffee.com/Shadow Detective. Thank you very much for your support. Also, you can also support the channel, the main channel, KillTeam Hungary, on Patreon, www.patreon.com/KillTeamHungary. I am also on buymeacoffee.com, buymeacoffee.com/KillTeamHungary. I'm sure that the link is in the description. And Patreon is also a thing where you can support me. And you have exactly 1 day to join Patreon before Monday to give me your questions, which I can ask Tiber Portuguese, because Monday, 9 p.m. CET, Tiber Portuguese is going to come to the channel, and we are going to record our podcast. If you don't know who Tiber Portuguese is, then you are a uneducated savage. Tiber Portuguese is the creator of The Last Church fan animation, the 30k Warhammer story, The Last Church, one of the best stories out there. This is pre-Horus Heresy, and the creator of that video is coming, and I will ask him questions, and you can ask him questions if you join my Patreon. And to all present Patreon supporters, please, if you would like to ask the dude some questions, you can submit 2 questions. DM me on Patreon, and I will select one of those. This has been KillTeam Hungary Battle Reports, mindless rambling, and I hope this made no sense at all. So, I wish you a pleasant weekend, and the Emperor protects.